Hello and welcome to Eat Ventures with Lucas. In this episode we'll not only be cooking and eating, but we'll also explore old ruins of a mysterious medieval castle. So join me on this exciting adventure. Let's get into it. The sign says Castle Lukov. I took a little detour from the track that leads directly to the castle, and I think I just bumped into something that pretty much looks like the old original medieval path. This is nice. So if you're tired from climbing the hill, you can take a rest here and maybe have some little snack, chat with your friends, and then carry on walking up the hill. That's sweet. Let's continue. One of the things I find really cool about Europe is that it's literally packed with old chateaus, castles, and ruins. So life is too short to visit all of them, but every time it's so exciting. And I love it. We're definitely going in the right direction. What is this place? Looks like a really odd swamp where evil witches would do their mysterious seance things. It's definitely odd. What is also kind of odd is that there are not too many people here. I just bumped into like two groups of parents with their children, but I would expect this place to be packed. It says, well, of Rudolf Petrla. No idea who Rudolf Petrla was, but let's have a look. Not exactly waterfall, I would say. The good news is that they definitely stick to the tradition and they use horses up there in the castle. And we have reached the castle, or at least what's left of it. And also behind me, there's this tape. And I think I've read in the news that they're still doing some archaeological excavation, so they might find something new. That's exciting. So I believe this is where the original gate to the castle stood.
The Castle Lukov was likely founded in 13th century. The castle was at times royal property. For example, in 1332, it is documented during the rule of John of Bohemia. The castle was attacked and burned during the wars with Matthias Corvinus in late 15th century and again had to be repaired. During the 30 Years' War, it suffered damage. In 1643, Swedish troops captured it and destroyed parts of its defenses. From the late 18th century, the castle was abandoned and fell into ruin. Local people reused its stones for building elsewhere.
This is a wooden statue of one of the former owners of the castle, Zdeněk from Sternberg. Look at all these walls. I think that these were the walls that were used for defense. There are also these remains of what could have been a chamber. Oh, I really like this picture because this is what the castle looked like back in 13th and 14th century. During 15th and 17th century, the castle was obviously rebuilt and modernized, and unfortunately this is what was left of it in 19th century. And here it is, Castle Lukov in its beauty. That is the castle mode, and I wonder how many people died right here besieging this. Guys, this is a temple. Oh wow, this place is amazing. I learned that you can actually organize your wedding right here in the ruins of the old castle. How cool is that? And even though it's a ruin, right? It still has such a strong and nice vibe to it. I love it. I'm pretty sure their wedding schedule is full. I wonder what was the purpose of this chamber. Maybe it was a little prison where they used to torture people with hunger. Who knows? There's this organization of people who initiated the restoration of this ruin, and I must say they did an amazing job. I was already blown away by this place, but then I saw the view from here. I'm not an expert, but I think that there were no trees back in the days because everybody needed to see the enemy approaching, right? I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of scary. Look at that, that's an exhibition of this place. Yeah, so before the organization took care of this place, which is basically just a bunch of volunteers, people who really have connection to this place. It used to be open for everybody, and as you can see from those times, there are some writings on these walls made by some drunk people, I assume. So these tiny little windows up there are where the defenders were shooting from. Just imagine all the manpower and horsepower that was needed to get all these rocks up here, and we bitch about the alarm in the morning. Only recently I learned how many misconceptions there are in general about the life during medieval times. So for instance, living in the castle was definitely not a piece of cake, and the way I pictured it before is close to the fairy tale. There were no big rooms with carpets and big ass glass windows. Most of the time, castle was a pretty cold place. I could be wrong, but I think that only in 17th century they figured out how to heat up their rooms, and for that, king used to sleep in one chamber with all his guards and servants. Not that the kings were afraid to sleep alone at night, but when there were more people inside, the chamber got warmer. Also, because of the constant cold and poor hygienic conditions, people often died at an early age. That was an amazing and exciting tour of the castle, but now I'm pretty hungry, so it's time to cook and eat. Let's do it. Welcome to our today's cooking spot. Today we're cooking one of the most iconic Spanish tapas dishes, which is gambas al ajillo. That could be translated as garlic shrimp. So if you're a fan of sizzling olive oil with garlic and shrimp in it, you're going to fall in love with this recipe. First off, we'll chop our chili and garlic. I think 2 or 3 cloves of garlic will be just fine. You can even cut the garlic into thin slices. And now the chili. Next up, we'll need good amount of olive oil. And now we'll add garlic and chili into the pan. The garlic doesn't necessarily have to be gold brown. We just want to slowly cook it in the pan, and after 1 or 2 minutes, we'll add our shrimp. I think it's pretty much time to add shrimp into the pan. And again, we don't want to cook shrimp for too long because it can get hard and chewy. And after a bit, it's time to flip the shrimp. Oh, the smell, guys, it's absolutely amazing. We can add a tiny bit of ground paprika. Pinch of salt. We're almost done, but just before serving, we need to chop some parsley. We'll need some of the lemon juice too. We'll squeeze in the lemon. And a handful of parsley. And finally, our meal is done. Let's eat. The way they would serve you this meal in Spain is in a pan and the oil would be probably still bubbling. And we don't need any cutlery. All we need is a bread with a spongy texture so we can grab all the juices and all the goodiness. Let's begin, guys. I'll taste the shrimp first. You can feel the heat from the chili, but the garlic and the olive oil. This is so delicious. I really want the bread to absorb all the good stuff. Yeah, let's grab everything. And shrimp as well. The shrimp is perfectly cooked. The meat is not tough at all. And it has all the seasoning it needs. Oh, and the snap. The natural juices of the shrimp connected with olive oil, garlic, and the chili. And it created this unique flavor along with the lemon. I love it. Thank you, Spain. Te quiero mucho. All right, guys, that was my garlic shrimp. It's so easy to make, but it's still so delicious. I hope you enjoyed the tour of the ruins of the castle and also this recipe. So if you did, please hit the like button and thank you so much for watching this video. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.